This video will be about hobbies, activities you can do that also help you become a better person. This video is based on the theory of multiple intelligences, which describes how every human being demonstrates their cognitive abilities. So, getting good grades in school is just one aspect of intelligence. What we'll explore here is a hobby for each type of intelligence. By the end of the day, by having better hobbies, you might even become smarter. Let's dive in. 1. Playing a musical instrument. If you've never done it, pick an instrument, sign up for a class, or check out free courses right here on YouTube. The intelligence involved here is musical, and people who play an instrument, or sing, or even compose music, develop a sharper sense of what sounds pleasant or unpleasant to the ear. They also learn about rhythm, sound, and melody, while training their memory by memorizing songs. 2. Making a compost. Whether in your backyard, like I do, or using a kit you can buy, this hobby involves raising worms that break down all the organic waste produced in your home. This activates your naturalistic intelligence. We're very disconnected from nature, and having this kind of hobby helps us build a greater connection with the environment, changing how you view natural processes while also contributing to their preservation. 3. And I want to give you an option, is martial arts or dancing. I've grouped these two together because they both involve bodily kinesthetic intelligence. Whether it's martial arts, which is more physical and involves explosive movements, or dancing, which is more artistic and involves refined movements, this hobby increases your ability to control individual muscles in your body, what's known as body awareness. It allows those who practice it to do incredible things that might seem impossible for the average person. This is a hobby that's totally connected to practice, so set aside some time each week for it. 4. Joining a group, whether in person or online. You know that topic you love so much? Why not join a group that talks about it? This activates your interpersonal intelligence. Besides the benefit of conversing with people who enjoy the same things as you, this hobby will gradually increase your understanding of relationships between people. You'll learn to read body language and get a sense of how people feel, which will improve all your conversations. It also helps you build a network of contacts that can assist you in various areas, from finding a better job to personal matters. We've talked about the interpersonal aspect. Now let's talk about intrapersonal intelligence, which is about personal development, self-improvement, and becoming a better person. The hobby I want to suggest for this area is taking a course you'd enjoy, something that adds something positive to your life. There are thousands of free courses right here on YouTube. Pick one and make an effort to actively follow each lesson to learn something new. The next hobby on this list is for one of the most well-known intelligences, logical mathematical intelligence, which is strong in people who are good at math. The hobby I want to suggest is logic puzzles, which are stories that must be solved using logical reasoning, eliminating options until you reach the solution. This improves our problem-solving ability in a rational way, and it requires exercising our brain. If you search for logic puzzles on Google, you'll find challenges at various difficulty levels. I've spent a lot of time playing these. 7. Memorizing poems. This was a common hobby in the past, but has lost popularity in modern times. The intelligence impacted by this hobby is linguistic, and the idea behind it is to memorize poems that have some kind of importance to you. By committing them to memory, they become part of who you are. Additionally, memorizing several poems increases your vocabulary and enriches your ability to communicate, making your speech more engaging and turning you into a more influential person. 8. Learning to code. Every year, the digital world becomes a bigger part of our lives, and learning important skills in this area is becoming increasingly necessary. This is digital intelligence, which also involves a lot of logic. You'll learn a programming language and be able to create commands, and who knows, maybe even develop apps after some practice. If you want to get started, There are plenty of easy-to-access courses and materials. The demand for people with this skill is only growing. The next hobby is something many people find boring, while others love it: visiting museums. Let me explain why some people don't enjoy it. Museums are a collection of great works. If you avoid the mistake of going to a modern art museum, you'll find beautiful works by great artists, one more stunning than the next. So, why do some people find this boring? Because they haven't developed visual intelligence. They aren't drawn to good aesthetics, and therefore can't detect what looks pleasing to the eye. They don't know the history of the works or which color combinations and arrangements work well. All of this can be learned through this hobby. 10. Teaching a child. You don't need to become a teacher, but use your vacation or even just one weekend day to pick a topic you know well and try to teach it in a clear and simple way so even a child can understand it. This is also a type of intelligence, and having the ability to teach something to someone brings immense satisfaction. Sharing knowledge is very rewarding, and it's also one of the best ways to deepen your own understanding. Our penultimate hobby is practicing meditation, contemplation, prayer. The intelligence involved here is existential, which is a very unique category, as everyone tends to develop an interest in it as they age. Taking time to reflect and connect with what you believe in can also be a kind of hobby. You can go to church, join prayer groups, attend retreats, or simply sit in silence at home, reflecting on these things. Finally, the last hobby on this list, and the easiest of all, is what you're doing right now. Watching Be a Better Person. There are hundreds of videos with ideas, stories, and lessons that can spark the growth you need. With just a few minutes a day, you'll be activating your brain in many of the areas mentioned in this video. And if you enjoyed this content, give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video, and be a better person